So let's go ahead and start out by labeling everything that we know. We see that AD is parallel to BC, so these are parallel, which essentially means that we have a trapezoid on our hand. And they tell us that the length of CD is root 2 times the length of AB. So this one right here, we're just going to label with that exact root 2 times the length of AB, meaning that this length is the length of AB. Now, since we can see that this is very much essentially the hypotenuse of a right triangle, if I drop this down, this is a pretty common practice to drop down a segment so that you have a right angle here and even a right angle here, and I guess we could say here as well. Now, why am I trying to do that? Well, let's look at what the actual goal of this question is. Notice we're trying to find the measure of angle C. Now, when they say the measure of angle C, let me actually remove some of my drawings. Angle C is going to be this entire angle. Well, we just established that we know that this is 90. And so if we want this full angle C, we really just need to find this smaller angle, and then we could add 90 to it. So what should we do at this point? Well, something that is useful to know is to be familiar with certain special right triangles. So if we go to our reference document up here in the upper right corner, notice you have two types of special right triangles. You have a 30, 60, 90, and you have a 45, 45, 90. Well, which of those two looks more familiar? Well, we talked about the fact that the hypotenuse in the triangle that we're given, or really off of the trapezoid, was root 2 times AB. So that looks much more like this 45, 45, 90, where it goes S, S, S root 2, or X, X, X root 2, or in our case, AB, AB, AB root 2. And notice why that makes a lot of sense. Once we drop down this segment right here, it turned it into a rectangle where opposite sides are congruent. So it makes sense if this is AB, then this is as well. And since we now established that it's a 45, 45, 90, we can put in this 45 there, 45 here. But what really matters is the measure of angle C, which is going to be 90 plus 45, which is equal to 135, or option C.